The nation awoke to reports that the phone records of millions of Verizon customers here at home were obtained by the Obama administration through a secret court order. The White House won't confirm that specific report, but senior administration officials are defending the practice that includes domestic calls. It could have a much larger reach. California Senator Dianne Feinstein chairs the Senate Intelligence Committee. Senator, there's been a lot of confusion over this today, and you have pointed out that this was the reauthorization of a program that goes back years and that has been well litigated by both houses of Congress, both parties, and reviewed by courts. Explain.
That's correct. Just for a second, let me give you some of the background because we looked it up. This is from the business records provision of the Patriot Act in 2001. It was renewed in 2005, 2009, 2010, and 2011. Before the last two renewals, both the Vice Chairman of Intelligence and myself sent a letter to every member of the Senate saying this was the case, the records are classified, you can come and look at them if you wish. Additionally, the Intelligence Committee has had hearings on this. The Judiciary Committee has had hearings on it. It's been fought out on the floor. There's another point. This opinion, as I understand it, is under seal. So clearly it was leaked. These opinions are not routinely even given to the intelligence community, and I think the public ought to know that. Now, let's go to exactly what this is. This is a routine, every 3 months, court reauthorization of a program that's been in existence for a very long time. This program has strong restrictions on it. The data are just phone numbers and trunk lines. There's no content. It is put behind a wall. The only way it can be used is if there is strict scrutiny, reasonable, articulable knowledge that this can connect to a terrorist attack, either underway or under planning or some conspiracy. And then the number can be looked at based on the person who is the suspected terrorist. Then you can see what numbers that individual is calling.
Senator, let me just be clear, understanding that this is the collection of phone numbers, and I'm going to infer from everything that I've been reading and talking to people today that it's not just Verizon. We're talking about a very broad program here.
Well, let me stop here.
Okay.
This is classified. I can neither affirm it or deny it.
Understood.
I've been told that the White House is looking right now at what can be said about that very point.
But without implicating you in any way, my understanding is that this is very broadly based. At the same time, my recollections going back to these FISA debates was that we were somehow limiting surveillance to foreign calls or calls between a foreign source and a domestic source. Now, this does not involve surveillance. This is just the collection of the numbers so that once you get actionable intelligence and go to a court and review it with the intelligence committees, you can go back into these computers and see whether a call was made to one of these numbers so that the numbers are kept, because otherwise the phone companies don't keep the numbers for more than 30 to 90 days. But is this the case, though, that the numbers would involve domestic numbers, not just foreign numbers?
Yes, if people, foreign numbers are calling domestic numbers.
Got it.
Yes, and then if that person is under suspicion, they can also look at the numbers that the domestic person is called. And my understanding is if they want to look at content, they have to go into a court.
I wanted to play a little bit of what the House Speaker said today, because he was suggesting a criticism of the administration for not explaining itself on this. But from what you have just said, everybody's been briefed, it's been litigated, it's been passed. But let's see what the Speaker had to say.
Okay.
There are public policy and civil liberties concerns amongst Americans today. I trust that the President will explain to the American people why the administration considers this a critical tool in protecting our nation from the threats of the terrorist attack.
Any reaction to that, Senator?
Yeah, let me respectfully respond to the Speaker. We have sent out letters urging people to come in and look at it. We have debated this several times, more than a dozen times, in the Intelligence Committee. It has been the subject of Judiciary Committee hearings. It has been the subject of extended floor debate and votes. There is nothing new in this program. The fact of the matter is that this was a routine 3-month approval under seal that was leaked.
Should the leak be investigated?
I think so. I mean, I think we have become a culture of leaks now. And I heard somebody this morning say that, and they're a member of the committee. We want to have a briefing quickly. The question is, will people come? And so the information is there for people to come into a closed door situation and review it all and be briefed.
Senator, I don't know if you know this fact yet. It's an obtainable fact. It would be interesting to know how many members of the Senate went to the secret room, went to the intelligence room, and read the stuff that you said was there available to them, all the information from the administration. Because I remember going back to the war debate, the Iraq war debate, and the whole WMD debate. It turned out that very few members had actually gone and read the intelligence assessment about weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, well, I distributed this morning, I don't have it here, 2 letters, one of which was signed by the former Vice Chairman, Senator Bond, and one of which was signed by the present Vice Chairman, Senator Chambliss, saying that these materials are available. This is prior to a reauthorization. Now, the next reauthorization, I think, is in 2015. But prior to the last 2 reauthorizations, letters have been sent out to everybody saying, come in and review this.
Senator Dianne Feinstein, thank you very much. Thanks for being with us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you.